And we're like look at humanity today.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. Like anytime I go to simple supermarket, Walmart, somewhere like that, man, it's sad. I feel really sad for a lot of the people because you can see the heaviness and the burden on them. Like I can see it physically. I can see the weight.
It's palpable. You can feel it.
And you can feel it. Yeah. Yeah. There's an oppressive feeling in just most people's lives.
Stress, distress, confusion, doubt. What they say, we're living in uncertain times. Or there was another one that said like, these are unprecedented times. Like this, like
okay. Break it down for us.
So now you acquire this information. Now the question is like, once you acquire this information, what are you going to do with it? If you apply it in your life, according to how Allah says in the Quran, according to the Sunnah of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, we're looking at the example of the Sahaba and how they inculcated the knowledge, the information that they received.
Yes.
Because the same information went to the Quraysh. The same information is out there for everybody.
Okay.
So like, and they received it. So did they receive knowledge? I mean, technically, yes.
But until they applied it, it was just information, right?
It was just information.
I see.
They weren't able to actually get the benefit from it. So we have people that acquire the information and then they abuse the possession of the information. They misrepresent the possession of the information, and then they will call that knowledge.
Okay.
So we want to take a step back, and we want to look at knowledge, and let's put another word with it, so that way we kind of provide some clarification here. What you're looking for is experiential knowledge.
It's a big difference, right?
It's a huge difference.
Yeah, it's a difference in reading a book about Dubai versus traveling to Dubai and experiencing the culture and
excellent. MashaAllah.
Is that right?
That's exactly right.
So there is a difference in these things.
And I'll let you know how that relates to like purpose in life. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Ma khalaqatul jinna wal insa illa liya'budun. So I have not created jinkind and mankind except for my ibadah, except for my worship, except for, now let's translate worship into a word we understand, except for my obedience. So the mufassir of the ummah, right, Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhuma, so he says that what is the meaning of this word, illa liya'budun, except for my worship, my ibadah, illa liya'arafuni. So now it's that they should get to know me.
SubhanAllah, that's beautiful.
So this word ma'arifa means what? Experiential knowledge.
To get to know me.
Get to know Allah.
SubhanAllah.
Through what? Because Allah doesn't need our ibadah.
Yeah, right. We need it. He doesn't need it. Yeah,
he doesn't.
Yeah.
But what is it that we need from it? We don't think about it. I want to go to Jannah. Yes, of course. But you're talking about Allah. Allah is not as simple. Our little simple minds like want to box Allah Ta'ala into like, Allah did this thing for this one reason, right?
Right.
Allah.
Yeah.
This is the same Allah that is managing 8 billion plus lives on the planet right now.
Not to mention the bugs, the trees, the grass, like everything.
It's just this one little blue ball.
Yeah.
Don't forget the rest of the universe.
Yeah. Then you have the universe, all the solar system.
And the same Jibreel alayhi salam that when Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was in the cave and he said that Jibreel alayhi salam covered the sky from the east to the west.
Just the size of Jibreel.
Okay.
Yeah, one angel. Yeah.
Now let's think about this. And we're saying the whole point of worship is just to go to Jannah. That's it. It's not wrong to go to Jannah. Yeah. That's correct. Yeah. Just to go to Jannah, now you got a problem.
Very limiting. That's a very limiting statement.
Now you put in like a little itty bitty tiny box.
Yeah. Okay? That's our human tendency, right? We try to understand infinite things. Yeah, we try to understand infinite things and we make them finite because we're finite. We're we're tiny.
We have been given enough potential comprehension, and even that is that potential varies from individual to individual. It's decided by Allah. That potential level of comprehension is only as it relates to this life and the test of this life.
Oh, yeah.
So what you're under, your level of understanding, sight, hearing, etc., in the akhirah is different than here. Why? Because your purpose for being there is different than your purpose for being here.
Makes perfect sense.
We've been given the tools to be successful here.
It makes perfect sense. Yeah, that,
Okay?
that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
So now this illa liya'arufuni. So now like to this have this relationship. So engage in your ibadah. That's what Allah says, right? My servant doesn't come stop coming closer to me through what is fard, right?
Yes.
And then he says that, like I'm paraphrasing, like this is a longer hadith, right?
Yeah.
He says that he continues coming closer to me using what? The nawafil. Like you're choosing now to engage in these acts.
So it's not
until I love him or her.
So it's not a matter of the fard is for everybody. Fard is for everybody.
Fard is like
it's the mandatory.
Fard is where Allah Ta'ala is telling you, like, I place these guard. I know how dangerous this thing is that you're engaged in called life. I know where the perils are at.
Yeah.
I understand, like, your potential for failure is you don't get it. I get it.
Yeah.
You don't get
right.
it.
Okay.
So what Allah loves us so much that He put these guardrails there, and He put these things. He says, okay, these things right here, you have to do these. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like in order to be safe. It's kind of like like I'm putting my son in the car and I'm like, you have to wear your seatbelt.
Yeah, that's the minimum. That's the minimum.
See what I mean? Like
that's
be
the
careful, etc. But like you have to like make sure that like you it's nighttime. You have to like you make your glasses on, put your seatbelt on. You know what I mean? Like make sure you pay attention, look both ways. Before you use your blinkers. Blah blah blah. Right?
Right.
It's like he's just making all these obligations on me. No, I'm trying to keep you safe. Son.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep you alive.
Right?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep you breathing.
So Allah Ta'ala is saying, like, I'm making all of this like the bare minimum to keep you safe.
Yes. Yes.
So do this to keep your behind safe.
And then the extra.
Now you're going to add extra onto that because now it's not just about staying safe. It's not about surviving. It's about thriving.
And now I'm having a desire, as I've been on the path, I'm having a desire to grow closer to Allah. I'm having this yearning, right? So these acts come in.
But where does it come from? Because you were engaging in those acts, and now you start to see the benefits, to feel the benefits, to experience the benefits.
So the experience, the first are the acts, then comes the experience of the benefits of the acts.
And what does it do?
It builds the momentum of desiring to be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
We call this a positive feedback loop.
Hear that, guys? They even got a name for it. It's fancy.
It's a positive feedback loop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So the process will actually fuel itself.
SubhanAllah. And the more you do, the more you want to do.
The more you do, the more you want to do. Why? Because the experience keeps elevating.
I find that the more I do the zikr, make zikr, man, the more I want to do.
The more you want to do.
The more I want to do. And surely in remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest.
There it is.
Yeah.
Not just rest. Contentment.
That's the actual
contentment. Where what does it mean? It's itminan is where like you said, you're at ease. It's like, think about like tranquil waters, like on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no disturbance.
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm balanced.
Yeah, that's a good feeling, man.
I'm at ease.
That's a good feeling.
I'm content. My Allah's got me.
Yeah.
He takes care of my risk. He takes care of my health. Like that breath that came from Allah.
SubhanAllah. Yeah.
That heartbeat, that one and that one and that one. All those are from Allah.
Yeah.
Right? These problems I got, Allah's got me. I just got to do my part.
Yeah.
He's running everything.
And then no matter what kind of storm comes at you, you're grounded in that. That's your anchor.
It can get so itminan so that you can like have like an understanding of like the potential, the places where you can get to. You can get to the point where itminan and this security from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it takes you to a place where those storms that you were talking about, imagine you're in the house and you just look out the window, the storm's outside.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the house with a cup of hot cocoa. Sure is bad out there.
I sent you a video that was going on in my house the other day, remember? Right? Yeah. And I was like, alhamdulillah.
Glad I'm not out there.
Yeah.
It's rough out there. You see people running around like, it's like, they need houses.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
You need a house of dhikr.
Yeah,
You need a house of ibadah.
yeah.
You need this protection from Allah. So that way, when these storms are coming, and we're like look at humanity today.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. Like anytime I go to simple supermarket, Walmart, somewhere like that, man, it's sad. I feel really sad for a lot of the people because you can see the heaviness and the burden on them. Like I can see it physically. I can see the weight.
It's palpable. You can feel it.
And you can feel it. Yeah. Yeah. There's an oppressive feeling in just most people's lives.
Stress, distress, confusion, doubt. What they say, we're living in uncertain times. Or there was another one that said like, these are unprecedented times. Like this, like we haven't gone through anything like this before. These are the types of things that they're saying. And now, like as we are experiencing as humanity, a global shift, right? I don't get into the politics and this and that and the other, but like looking at it from the human experience, we are experiencing a global shift on a variety of layers, right?
Okay.
Morally, economically, geopolitics, academically, technology is a huge one right now.
Yeah.
Right. So we are experiencing a shift that is coming right on the heels of major changes. And just like to name a couple, like people, like don't forget about COVID.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Don't forget, like think about like what social media and technology has done to us. Like to generations, to our minds, our relationships, like pretty much for us here in the West, or more specifically in America, like what facet of our lives has it not touched and damaged?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And I'm saying that as we're like doing all
social
of this,
media. Yeah.
You know, I didn't told you, brother. Like,
yeah, he doesn't do social media. He's on social media, but that's for the benefit of us. Mashallah. But,
yeah, I'm. If they gave me a switch,
yeah,
they're like they put a red button in front of me,
yeah,
and they were like, if you hit this red button,
no more internet.
If you hit this red button, there will be no more smartphones.
Yeah,
there will be no more social media.
Imagine, guys.
Right? You know,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There'd be no more. Like, whoa, I was supposed to trying to finish telling you.
Yeah, like one of those games.
I'll find out. Like,
those game shows. Yeah.
Like, he didn't even finish. He hit the button already.
It's okay. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, because see, the thing is I remember before all of this, and we were fine.
Same. Better.
We were better.
Now, for me, you know, it's part of what I love to do, and I give dawah online and things. But I still do remember that it was so much less complicated. So, and I'll bet you the vast majority of people that watch this in our upper age demographic, you know, around our age,
they're sitting there going like this right now.
Yeah, they're saying the same thing. They're saying the same thing as they're sipping their coffee. You know, they're like,
and young people are like, for them, they can't. For them, it's incomprehensible. Like, what do you mean? Like, no smartphones and like what?
Yeah.
Like the panic attacks and like social anxiety and like it'd be like temporarily.
But then
until their system came back into balance.
Yeah, and then the anxiety and the social anxiety and the panic attacks, all those things go down. Believe it or not.
We got people that are paying $5,000-$10,000 to go do this as a form of therapy.
I've seen that. People will pay good money to go to a cabin in the woods and have no technology.
And with a therapist.
Yeah, with a therapist.
Telling you like, you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
But I can't check mine. Like, it's okay.
I think this is...
Breathe. Right?
I think Sheikh offers this. Don't you? Don't you offer this?
No, brother. I'm not dealing with that, brother. Yeah. That we're going to go through a whole process, because that's the thing is like we don't isolate. Like there can be for a period of time, but like you got to deal with the reality of your situation. You got to be able to maintain your balance, right, while you're in the thick of things.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why we don't do monasticism or anything like that. Like, there's no monks in a monastery or nothing.
We're the only religion that I'm aware of that doesn't have a monastic tradition. Like Hindus have it, Buddhists have it, Christians have it, both Catholics and Protestant.
Like, I mean, we do have like there's these retreats specifically for this type of thing, right?
But it's a retreat, though, right?
Yeah, and I don't even like using that term, because again, like it's a retreat, like
Escape.
brother, like we're Muslim, we don't retreat, brother. We are
yeah.
aggressive. This is all about offense,
Yeah. Attack our problems. In other
offense
words.
without being offensive.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. That's a real good way to put it.
Offense without being offensive. So yeah, with all this like social media and everything, like okay, fine. So if it was completely gone, all right, yes, everybody would freak out for a while, and there's some people that would say like, but there's all these benefits. We could Google this and we could do that and we can do, and it's like, yeah. So you're thinking about the ends, and you're thinking that the ends, the means justifies the ends justify the means.
Right.
So, but we get this, so that makes all of this worth it. Okay. Islam is like the ends are decided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How we approach trying to achieve those ends, it defines who we are. So now when we're looking at it, Dajjali, we're looking at it inverted. It's not about the ends, which you can get out of this. It's how are you getting there? What are you destroying in the process? And I'll be the first one to admit, otherwise, like, why the heck would I be doing this? Right? Is there benefit to it? Right? Yes, there is. But Allah Ta'ala also says that there's nafa, that there's benefit in alcohol. And then says it's haram.
True. Very true.
Alcohol and gambling, there's benefit in alcohol and gambling. But it's haram. Why? Because the harms outweigh the benefits.
Harms outweigh the benefits. And as a preventative thing.
And most people, like some people, yes, they can maintain a degree of balance and, access, these techno tools as necessary with a degree of self-control and moderation. And for them, like they reap all of these benefits with very little, receiving very little harm from it.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, like, is that the minority or the majority?
That's the minority. It's a really slippery slope.
Yeah.
And even for those guys, a lot of times. Yeah, a lot of times they end up,
slip up once.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, and it's such a gradual thing that it's not like one of those things like, oh my gosh, you know what happened today?
I'm addicted to gambling.
Right.
Yeah. Online gambling. I'm addicted to online gambling.
It's like you taste it. That's why it's always that first inclination, acting upon that first thing, and then you like that process of desensitization kicks in, and then one day you look up and you're like, and you got big bags under your eyes and everything's blurry, and you're like, and then that's when like now somebody takes your phone away and you're tripping like, how do I get there? How do I do this? And how am I going to do that? How am I going to live? Who's texting me right now? I can't check my emails, and it's like frantic panic.
Yeah.
And that's not healthy, because now when you believe that something, because what is the definition of God? It is anything that you believe to be the source of harm and benefit. That's why Hindus worship like,
whatever,
anything.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah.
Right. So if you feel like you can't live without this thing,
that's a problem, isn't it? I mean, really, when you put it that way, and you had said something to me about that yesterday, about people who smoke cigarettes and people who vape, right? You had made that real clear distinction for me and gave me like these layers of understanding when it came to these things like that are sources of
vice,
of dependency. We depend only
on Allah.
Only on Allah. And the Sheikh, in a private conversation we were having yesterday, he had made the point that, it's dependent on the person. If you are dependent upon that nicotine, on that cigarette, on that phone, then you have to face the reality. On the coffee. Yeah, that's a big one. The
caffeine.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Dependency is a problem. Why? Because now it's if you pull that away from the person, it causes an imbalance.
That makes sense. Well, some people will say, well, Sheikh, food's a dependency. I got to live. I got to eat to live. But that's a necessity.
No.
Right? Food.
No, they're actually right. They just don't realize how right they are. Because the way the Sahaba, they would, if they had that, ate one time a day. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us, said, what's going to happen to you when you guys eat 2 times a day? Sahaba said, Ya Rasulullah, is it really going to happen that we're going to eat 2 times a day?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You go to the refrigerator 12
times a day? Talking about like something to look forward, like
yeah, they couldn't live. They couldn't.
I guess we'll deal with it when we get there, Ya Rasulullah. Like to this fantasy, this prophecy that you're telling us about. And look at us, brother.
Yeah.
Like think about it.
12 times a day to the refrigerator.
Let's look at our quote unquote piety. Yeah. Ramadan comes, okay, when we're supposed to because what's Ramadan, right? It's about It's about now this food that you're talking about.
Yeah.
There's a dependency that is there, but do you see it as coming from Allah? Is the asl or the root of your dependency upon Allah providing you that food, or is it the food itself? So can you leave off the food?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're like, yes, I will do so with hopefully minimal complaining.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Until when? Until Maghrib. And then I'm actually going to eat between Maghrib and Suhoor, right? I'm going to eat more than I would any other month.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, right? A lot of times, yeah.
This is like, so brother, how much weight did you gain this Ramadan?
Yeah.
This year, brother, and alhamdulillah, only 7 pounds.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
It's sad, yeah.
Okay, so it's okay, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like what are we doing here?